Today our topic is heavy. An F-16 fighter jet went missing near Hualien, and search and rescue operations are still ongoing.
Yes, and although details are still being confirmed, what we do know is that the aircraft disappeared from radar over the ocean during a night mission.
The military has dispatched aircraft, ships, and personnel along the coast to search, and they emphasized that rescue efforts will not be limited by 72 hours.
We truly hope for the best outcome, and our thoughts are with the pilot's family and the rescue teams working non-stop.
One key point mentioned is something called spatial disorientation, often described as a silent killer in aviation.
Spatial disorientation happens when a pilot can't correctly sense direction, altitude, or attitude in three-dimensional space, especially in clouds or darkness.
Normally, our body relies on vision, the inner ear, and the body's sense of gravity. But during flight, these systems can send misleading signals to the brain.
For example, at night or in clouds, there are no clear reference points. What you see outside the cockpit may be almost nothing, so the brain starts trusting feelings instead.
The problem is, those body sensations can be wrong. Acceleration, turning, or descending may feel completely different from what is actually happening.
That is why instruments in the cockpit are so important. In spatial disorientation, pilots must force themselves to trust the instruments rather than their intuition.
Even experienced pilots can face spatial disorientation. It is not about ability or courage. It is simply a human, physiological limit.
That's why modern training includes simulators that recreate disorientation, helping pilots recognize illusion and respond correctly under pressure.
In this incident, the weather and night conditions may have played a role, but investigations are still ongoing, so we should avoid speculation.
What matters most now is the ongoing search, the safety of the pilot, and supporting the people working tirelessly on this mission.
Aviation is always challenging and full of risk, but every incident reminds us of the value of life and the professionalism of those who protect our skies.
We also want to encourage everyone. When hearing news like this, treat it with empathy, avoid spreading rumors, and give space to those affected.
We hope for good news from the search teams, and we're keeping our thoughts with everyone involved.
That's all for today's episode. Thank you for being with us.
Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.